Welcome to Creations by Karen, and today we are going to make a craft. But before we make a craft, I'm going to show you what I've done so far to Craft Central. So I'm kind of reorganizing, going through everything. We're having a lawn sale in our neighborhood at the end of June, so I want to make sure I got all sorts of stuff for the lawn sale. And there's a lot of stuff down here. I have a complete basement that is just craft stuff. So it's going to be a challenge to get all through them all. But this is where I've got so far. It's got nothing in it except my Cricut and my silhouette. But yeah, it's going to be a challenge, and I want to do it on rainy days because I still work. So I got to work until like 4 or 5, and then I come home, and then I've got work to do outside. But I got to on the rainy days. Let's go with rainy days. I'm going to try to go live more often. But you know what I'm doing? I'm going through stuff for my yard sale, and I'm finding a lot of holiday stuff, Christmas holiday stuff. So I'm going to be making some make-ahead holiday crafts. All right? I know it's months away. That's fine. I'm using stuff that I had in my stash. I didn't really buy anything, so I'm going to make something that we can sell at a craft show. Because if you are looking, I thought I was going to retire. Yeah, soon. Sorry. So I find things at craft shows, Christmas craft shows especially, when there's and I only do a couple, I don't do a whole lot of them, but things that are bestsellers are things that are $10 and under. Anything that is $10 and under. Things for coworkers. Things for, neighbors, distant relatives, all that stuff. People, you want to buy something for them, but you don't want to spend a lot of money. So $10 or under is a good thing. So let's get going. So the first thing craft we're going to do for Christmas craft shows, 2024. Lord help us all. I had in my stash, I looked in my stash, and I have so many of these. I bought them at the end of the season last year, probably the year before, and stuck in my stash. But I dragged them all out because I'm cleaning up Craft Central. So these are pot holders, holiday pot holders. Cute. So this is kind of the traditional one with poinsettias on it. Love this one with the snowman on it. Everybody's into these red trucks. I like those. There are so many down here. I think these are the only, like, I have repeats. A lot of repeats. This has got a Christmas tree on it, and I thought this would be the one that we're going to do today. This one. So I got these. I think they were, I don't know, maybe 60 or 70% off. And yeah, so they didn't cost very much. I got them at my local Dollar Tree, and they'll work. Because, once again, you got a baker, you got a baker. So the first thing you want to do is cut any tags off. And this one doesn't have any, which is great. So then I'm going to take some tissue paper, white tissue paper, and I'm just going to open this up, and I'm going to use a few pieces of it. And all you have to do is just come into the center. I make a loose ball with it, and I stuff it into this bottom part here. So just going down. This says, home for the holidays. I know you can't see it. It's backwards. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you. And you want to just have it down there so that whatever you put in it doesn't come out. And you can put whatever you want in these. I'm putting something in that can make it cost effective. All right. So this one in here too. And I put 2 pieces of tissue paper in the big part down here. And then I kind of roll up one that kind of goes in here. Well, here's this. Hi, Susan. Hi, back. Okay, so I do, once again, this is going in the here. So I just take this and I make it so it'll fit in there. And I leave this long. Okay? And you can do this for, you know, if you have somebody that you got to give a birthday gift to, and it's in summer, you can get like a grilling one. We did that, I think Anthony and I. Hi, Sue. And you just push this in the thumb part. And you don't want it to be over stuffed. You just want it to be, you know, perfect. Hi guys, how are you? Okay, so that's going in the thumb. And then this part, I just lay this down kind of like there. Okay, so it's kind of sits puffy a bit, right? Can you see it? Good morning. Okay, now what am I going to put in this? Well, I tell you, I've got some peanut butter cookie mix. Do I cook? No. But people do, so I'm going to put this in. Always check the expiry date. This is good for, yep, February 2025. Can you imagine? 2025. And I'm just going to stick this in here. And you want to make sure, that's why you got to really make sure you've got proper stuffing in it, right? So see how it sits at the top? And they can see the expiry date on the back. They're looking at it. All right. So then I also have like a spatula, and all this I had in my craft stash, except for the cookie mix. And then I just take the tag off there, and I stick this down at the bottom. All right. So there's a spatula and a cookie mix. Go in there. Now remember, this is going at a $10 and under table, so you don't want to spend a lot of money. Okay, so right now I've got maybe $3.50 into it. I see. All right, so I've got my wrap, clear wrap. Once again, I got it at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to measure this. So I just take this and come in, and I want this end to hit this end with some room left over. So I just place this down, and you can make this any way you want. Doesn't have to be my way. Okay, I'm going to leave some room at the top. So open this up tight. Hi guys. Is anybody else crafting for Christmas already? I know. You think, okay, it's like ridiculously hot outside and she's making a Christmas craft. Gotta go through your stash and clean it up. Okay, so I think that'll work. That'll be perfect. So I'm going to cut it here. Make sure you use good scissors. So you're going to cut through this. Just cut. Try not to, and I get this at the Dollar Tree. I really like the Dollar Tree wrap. Dollarama has some too, but I have a Dollar Tree. They're all close. So there you go. And I can get 4 of these out of one thing of wrap. So, bring this together. Now, you got to find an easy way that works when you're wrapping anything. So here I've got my pot holder, I guess. All right. So I like nothing to be on the front. So I'm going to, well, actually, I'll just turn this. This is the first one I've made, so I kind of figured it out. Turn that. So that's going to be at the back. Make sure it's even. Even is key. Hey guys. Good morning. I am doing okay. Thank you. Now, I like it to look good. So I just take this. I fold it up. right there before the thumb. And then I bring this over like that. And I take the bottom again. Just take this. And I think that when you wrap it appropriately and they can just give it to the person, it makes a big difference. So if you have a little extra like I do, just going to turn it in and come this way. Now you could put a piece of tape. Let's do that. I don't want this tape. Okay, I'm going to use it. I want clear tape. And I don't have any down here. Or I have no idea what it is. I'm Clean and Craft Central. Hi, how are you? Okay. So just put this down. Alright. A little piece of tape. And what I'll do is I'll go back and take this tape off and put like transparent tape on it. Okay, so here's what I got. See how the front is showing? So then I just come into the middle at the top. And you don't want to cover the cookie mix because that's key. I like peanut butter. Shortbread's good. Can't get shortbread at this time of year at the dollar store. And once again, the dollar store has cookie mixes. Who knew that? They have like a lot of stuff at the dollar store now. Okay, so I've got this, and I'm just going to take one of these, which is tie wrap. And I'm just going to tie wrap the top of it. And I use 6-inch tie wraps for almost everything. And I get them on Amazon. Good morning. So I just come to the back. Place this down. A little bit harder when you're doing the live. So place this in. There you go. And then just come around to the back, which I think you probably have maybe 30 or 40 of these pallet holders. Which seems like a lot, but... And I made them last year, and they were like a really good seller. I look great. Every day's a challenge, but it's okay. Who thinks you make this ahead? Christmas. Okay, and I bring this to the back. So here's what you've got. I'm going to get these standing up in a basket. Clear basket if I have one. So you just take your top and you just go into the center. This doesn't take long to make at all. Right? And you don't have to turn that. You just leave it like it is. Cut this off. Now what I like to do is I like to use another tie wrap. Make sure you cut that really small. Perfect. Then I also, in my stash, I found these cookie cutters. And I really like this one because it's got a heart on it. Why not? I'm just going to put it on the front there. I'm just going to use tie wrap. You can use... let's see, do I have, you could put these cookie cutters with ribbon. You can put it on with anything you want. I don't have any ribbon down here, so I'm going to use a tie wrap. So I just come, place it in. I like to put the end at the top. Put your tie wrap on there, backwards, that's awesome. There we go. Whoops, gotta put this on here. And in Christmas they have all sorts of different cookie cutters. So you can put any kind of cookie cutter on here. Okay, just put your cookie cutter on. And like I said, you can put it on with ribbon or anything you want. There you go. Okay, my cookie cutter is on there. See it? Just hanging there. That's cool. And then, of course, went into my stash. I have a whole, like, I have a ridiculous amount of Christmas ribbon. So I picked this one because I liked it. And I'm just going to put a ribbon on it. So I use about this much. I don't really measure too much ribbon because I have so much of it. I don't measure it. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put a nice ribbon on it. Hey, from Wisconsin, and I'm just going to put a nice ribbon on here. My cookie cutter is front and center. That's what I want. Just make a nice bow. And when you use good ribbon and you use good products, people will buy them. And like I said, $10 and under is really good price point. Hi guys. Okay, so just make a nice bow. Simple bow is fine. You don't have to do anything crazy here. Just a simple bow. And I open it up. Just like this. Anybody else got some pot holders or these things in their basement, in their stash, craft stash? I bought them at the end of the season last year. I didn't know what I was going to do with them, but I caught them. And I'm just going to dovetail my ends. Okay. That looks good. You can adjust these as you want. I'm a little OCD for that. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of ducktailing. Ducktailing, of course, is how you finish the edge of a ribbon. And this makes a big difference, I tell you. So there's a ducktail that end. I'm going to ducktail this one. Now it's almost a perfect size of ribbon. Okay. So that's what you got. And like I said, I'll sell these for $10 and I sell out. No worries. Great idea. What do you think? Just a Christmas pot holder, cookie dough, a spatula, and one of these cookie cutters. I have a ton of pot holders, so maybe you can do something so I can get an idea of what to do with them. Sure, I can do that for you. All right, what do you think, guys? Are you gonna make one? Who's got a stash of pot holders or these things? What do you call them? I forget. Yeah, I think so too. Anyways, that's just for today. I'm going to be coming on more frequently as I find stuff in the stash. Got a lot to do here. Crazy. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. I hope you have a great day. It's going to be awesome here. It's sunny, not too hot. So I got to get out in my garden. And maybe I'll come on when my whole backyard is finished. Crazy. Anyways, you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Love you all. Bye now.